Number 20. Sala de Uyuni, explore the white salt bed. One of the top weirdest places across the world is located in Potosí, Bolivia and Oruro departments. This is the world's largest salt pan and one of the strange places in the world. And when a thin film of water gathers on the surface, it is also the world's largest natural mirror. The best sight of this space can be observed from the central Incahuasi Island. Sala de Uyuni is the remains of a prehistoric lake that dried off and left behind void space of bright white salt, rock formations, and cacti islands. This place harbors large flocks of beautiful pink flamingos that can be seen grazing in the water. The best time to visit this place is in the months of July and October. This is definitely one of the most strange places in the world. Number 19. Lake Natron, the scariest lake. Looking for some weird places in the world? How about this terrifying lake? Animals that die in this African lake are turned into statues through calcification. The presence of huge volumes of sodium bicarbonate ensures they turn into mummies. And because of the high alkaline collection, the lake looks red in color, especially during summer in Tanzania. This is the reason why this lake is also known as the petrifying lake. In spite of all these conditions, it is grazing ground for the lesser flamingos. Fancy a dip? Don't even think about it. Number 18. Die Raketsbrug, the nature's own ring. The Die Raketsbrug Bridge is another strange places and comes under the weird places in the world. Constructed in the 19th century, is famed for its unique construction accuracy, with the bridge and its reflection merging into a complete and perfect stone circle, no matter where you see it from. Spooky. It is in fact one of the weirdest places across the world. This is probably why the bridge is also known as the Devil's Bridge. It seems that the makers of the bridge emphasized more on its aesthetics than its utility. Both the ends of the Raketsbrug have thin rock spires installed, to make it look like natural basalt columns, which commonly occur in many parts of Germany. Number 17. Spotted Lake Kiluk, puddles of water. Spotted Lake Kiluk is the most mineralized lake in the world. Another bizarre place that makes it to the weirdest places across the world. The lake is spotted with 365 separate pools arranged in a strange mosaic-like pattern. Each of these spots holds a unique and highly concentrated chemical content and is said to cure different diseases. Definitely one of the nicer, strangest places in the world. Number 16. Slope Point, windy spot. Slope Point is the South Island's southernmost point, is another of the strange places in the world. The forest here is home to trees that are permanently twisted and windblown thanks to the intense Antarctic gusts. Windy much? This is one of the windiest, strangest places in the world. The sight is all the more intensified by the rugged cliffs, eroded by the strong winds in time. The place is used for sheep farming, though there are no houses around. Another highlight of this place is the AA signpost that is installed here showing the distance to the equator, 5,140 kilometers, and the South Pole, 4,803 kilometers. Number 15. Dead Vlei, the beautiful yet dead forest. The name Dead Vlei means dead marsh, and the place is also known as Dui Vlei. It is a sun-blackened dead forest in a white clay pan, which is basically a dried oasis. An amazing yet counted as one of the strange places in the world, the lack of water forces the roots of trees to come outside looking for moisture. The struggle is real. The place is surrounded by rust-orange giant sand dunes that form a contrasting backdrop. This place is also said to be surrounded by the highest sand dunes in the world. Number 14. Underwater Park, fun below the water. This list won't be complete without some underwater beauties. One of the most weird places in the world, located in the Green Lake in Tragoas, this is not just a gimmick, but a genuine park that goes underwater during spring. After all, the scuba divers do need to rest and relax. It is considered as one of the most fabulous waters to dive in around Europe due to the rarest natural phenomenon in one of the most beautiful lakes in Austria. Have you booked your tickets yet? Number 13. Eternal Flame Falls, nature's unique phenomena. The Eternal Flame Falls is one of the most craziest places in the world. However, it is a quaint waterfall located in Shale Creek Preserve, which is a section of Chestnut Ridge Park in western New York. A small item at the waterfall's base emits natural gas. Interestingly, it can be lit to produce a flame. This flame is visible all year round. It can be extinguished and must occasionally be relit. The flame is fueled by natural gases and burns bright right under a waterfall. Number 12. Tunnel of Love, walk amidst the greenery. A section of industrial railway in Ukraine, this green leafy tunnel seems like something out of a fairy tale. It is known for being a favorite place for couples to take morning or evening strolls. If you're planning to surprise your significant other on Valentine's Day, ditch the usual trip to Disneyland and book your trip to Ukraine. You will not be disappointed by everything that Ukraine has to offer, especially if your reason to visit it is to see one of the weirdest places across the world. The beauty of the Tunnel of Love will astound you. Number 11. Christ of the Abyss, explore underwater. This is 2.50 meters, you read that right, it is a 2.5 meters tall bronze statue of Jesus Christ, which is underwater. A favorite place for deep-sea divers, and definitely one of the strange places around the world situated underwater. It is a submerged bronze statue of Jesus Christ by Guido Galletti and is one of the best tourist spots in Italy for thrill seekers. The original copy of the same is located in the Mediterranean Sea, off San Frutuoso, between Camogli and Portofino. Number 10. The Silfra Rift, experience the two continents underwater. The Silfra Rift, one of the most obscure places in the world, separates two continents and two tectonic plates, namely the North American and Eurasian plates. It occupies an area of approximately 600 by 200 meters. It is touted to be one of the most unique phenomena on Earth. Snorkeling in Silfra Rift is one of Iceland's awesomest experiences. Make sure to indulge in it on your trip to Iceland. You will be blown away by the beauty of this natural marvel. Prepare to be bedazzled by one of the weirdest places across the world. Number 9. Cano Cristales, the River of Five Colors. In the summer months, this Colombian river turns red. Counted as the most weirdest places in the world, the riverbed is covered by a unique species of plant, and that is what turns red. Another one of those mysterious places on Earth underwater. The river is commonly called the River of Five Colors or the Liquid Rainbow. It has been called the most beautiful water body on Earth. You can make a time lapse here of the water cascading down the rocks. Number 8. Jellyfish Lake, see the creatures. There are 70 marine lakes located in this region. What makes Jellyfish Lake stand apart from the rest is that it contains jellyfish. Too many of them. It was closed for public in 2012 owing to the diminishing population of jellyfish in this lake, one of the weirdest places across the world for sure. Scientists assumed that it was the end of this beautiful lake. But the population of jellyfish grew in recent years and it has once again been opened for the public. Cool, right? Number 7. Blood Falls, witness the red water flow. Amidst the unending whiteness of the snow, Blood Falls provides a creepy relief. The water is red in color due to the presence of huge amounts of iron. Definitely makes the list of the strangest places in the world. According to Forbes, the mystery surrounding Blood Falls has been solved. According to the researchers of the University of Alaska, the red coloring is due to oxidized iron in brine saltwater, the same process that gives the iron a dark red color when it rusts. Number 6. Painted Hills, witness the nature's painting. How often do you come across a place and are simply left awestruck by its beauty? Painted Hills is one of those weirdest places across the world. Don't believe us? Book a trip to Oregon right away and see for yourself. We promise you will change your mind after you find it in every Oregon travel guide and when you see it for yourself. At Painted Hills of John Day fossil beds, the presence of minerals stained the hills in myriad hues. The ever-changing light and moisture levels affect the yellows, reds, golds, and blacks. Number 5. Confluence of Rhone and Arve rivers, see the merge. There is a defined contrast between these two rivers of Switzerland, one is blue and the other brown. They never fully mix due to the difference in density. They mix in Geneva, which is situated in Switzerland. It is hard to walk by this beautiful marvel of nature and not feel overwhelmed by whatever nature has to offer us. Go ahead and Google search this place to check out beautiful photographs of this place. You will be blown away by the beauty of one of the most scenic places in Switzerland. Number 4. Sea of Stars, walk down the glowing water. Bioluminescent sea plankton that shines bright blue during the night makes the sea area at Vadhu Island look like the Sea of Stars. The Sea of Stars of Vadhu Island, Maldives attracts millions of tourists every year. The tourist footfall seems to be only increasing after the sea was featured in far and few Bollywood and Hollywood films. The Maldives is listed as one of the cheapest destinations in the world, and this beach is one of the weirdest places across the world. So, what's stopping you from seeing this sight? Number 3. Huashan Mountain, Road to Heaven. What's weird about Huashan Mountain, you say? Well, look closely. On the end of this treacherous death-defying trail in China is a mere tea house, but this Mount Huashan plank walk in the sky is famed for its adrenaline-raising effects. It is known as the Road to Heaven. Would you walk the plank here, at one of the strangest places on Earth? Let us know in the comments section below. Tag your friends and get going. Number 2. Nelson Lakes National Park, witness the beauty. Do you get extremely excited about jungle safaris and walking tours of the national park in general? This one might just surprise you with its quirkiness. There is an interesting blue lake at the Nelson Lakes National Park, one of the weirdest places across the world. But what's so weird about it? How about the fact that this is a lake so clear that you can see all the way to the bottom, and can't even make out the depth? Go ahead, visit it. We dare you. Don't blame us for your mind being blown to smithereens. Number 1. Giant Crystal Cave, see the unreal beauty. Giant Crystal Cave at Nika Mine is also one of the weirdest places on the earth. Deep down in the bowels of the earth, these huge shiny mineral pillars are enough to make you feel claustrophobic. This mammoth structure has been growing underneath Mexico for more than 500,000 years. It makes for an exceptional case study on how organisms survive in extreme heat and humidity. All nature lovers must visit this place at least once. Thank you for watching Time Hack. If you like, subscribe this channel.